Hey everyone, welcome back. So, looking like a whole mess, that's okay. It be that way sometimes. Today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we are doing a unboxing, first impressions, wear test thing. Yes. So, I just got my INFLUENSTER VoxBox yesterday, and I'm very excited. I wanted to show you guys. If you don't know what INFLUENSTER is, it is an app where you go on it, you review bazillions of different products for the chance of getting chosen to get sent free things. This is, I think, my third VoxBox that I've gotten. The other two were razors. So this is the first one I've gotten that actually has like makeup in it, and I'm very excited about it. INFLUENSTER is a free app. It's really cool. You have to review a whole bunch of things. You need to be very involved with it in order to get sent anything. So I got my VoxBox yesterday. I'm very excited for it. It is their Maybelline one, and I am going to show you guys everything that I got. There's 4 different things in here, and I'm very excited to try all of them. It's got their new foundation, new eyeliner, new brow pencil, all kinds of stuff. Wow, my hair, it's not happening. Even better. Okay, so before we get started, make sure you like this video if you are excited to see what I got in the Maybelline VoxBox. If you like videos like this, if you like first impressions, reviews, all of those types of things, and maybe even some more unboxings, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I upload. If the notification bell doesn't work, however, I do upload every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so y'all know when I'm back to do more nonsense. So let's get started. So this is the box that it came in. Let's open her up. So, ooh. Here we go. We got all the goodies in here. First, we've got the little card, and this is their INFLUENSTER card. So it tells you everything that you've got, and it also tells you what you need to do, because when you get sent free things, you need to review them. So then they can say, okay, we can send you more free things. I'm nervous to see what they sent me because you don't get to pick what you get. That's one of the biggest downsides to INFLUENSTER, is you don't get to pick anything that you get in the box. You don't get to pick shades, you don't get to pick anything. Now in your profile, you can specify like what color hair you have, what your skin tone is, and I have mine set to red hair and porcelain skin, so hopefully they sent me the right foundation shade. But let's see. So first thing that's in there is the Maybelline Lasting Fix setting spray. I'm very excited to try this. It says it's up to 16-hour wear, matte finish. Not a big fan of matte finish. I do prefer dewy. Maybe this is just the best thing ever. We'll read more on all of the products here in a minute, but I just want to show you everything that's in the box first. Got the Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim in medium brown, so this will be interesting. Y'all know I have red hair. It is a lighter red. It's not very dark, so it'll be interesting to see how this works, but I will definitely try it. Next, we have, ooh, this box is a little messed up. It was totally torn up here on the end, but I mean, the product's still in there. So this is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Liquid Ink Liner. It's in, yep, it's in black. It says up to 36-hour wear. I will not be testing this for 36 hours, but I'm very excited to try it. It says it's sweat resistant, smudge resistant. That's cool. Okay, now the foundation. This is something I've been so excited to try. Like so excited to try. I saw this foundation launched and I really wanted to try it because it looked really interesting. I've heard really good things about it so far, but I've wanted to try it personally, and that is the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. And this shade is 102 Fair Porcelain, and this is the palest shade, I'm pretty sure. So I think we're in. I think we're in, guys. Okay, so that was everything in the box. The only thing that is left is tissue paper. Besides the eyeliner, everything came in perfect condition, and the only problem with the eyeliner is that the bottom of the box is torn up. Don't really know how they managed to do that, but it was probably just in packaging the box they kind of messed it up, so totally fine with me. So I'm going to go to Maybelline And we're gonna read about these products so we can get a little bit more insight into all of these products that I was sent. And we are gonna do a wear test on all of this stuff because it looks like these are things that I can actually wear. I have work today. It is a 7-hour shift. I can't even find it on Maybelline's website. So we're gonna go to Ulta and we're just gonna read it off of Ulta. So at Ulta, it is $9.99. Let's read about it. So it says the benefits: keep makeup looking matte and just applied all day, controls shine all day and create the ultimate matte finish. No melting, no fading, and up to 16-hour matte wear. They are really pushing the matte with this thing, so that'll be interesting. This lightweight formula has a breathable feel and a soft, comfortable hold. So there's that. Let's read about the brow pencil. Smooth glide formula and 1.5 millimeter ultra slim tip draws on hair-like strokes for precisely defined brows that last all day. Smooth and break resistant formula. It has 6 shades for the brow pencil. So let's see, we have medium brown. It comes in light blonde, blonde, soft brown, medium brown, deep brown, and black brown. So not too bad. They do not have an auburn shade, so there is no redhead shade going on here. You either gotta have brown eyebrows or you gotta have really dark eyebrows, or blonde, I guess. So there's that. Next, we'll read about the eyeliner. I'm excited for this. You guys know that I have an obsession with the Benefit Roller Liner. That is my favorite liquid eyeliner, but if there is a drugstore one that I absolutely love, I'm in. 36 hours on, then effortlessly off. Remove eyeliner with one swipe of makeup wipe, no hassle, no mess, and no raccoon eyes. Only comes in one color, which is black. Our first semi-permanent eyeliner for impact that lasts up to 36 hours. Fade, smudge, and sweat resistant. Semi-permanent eyeliner, that's interesting. I haven't heard that one before. Kind of anxious about that one. I don't know how I feel about a semi-permanent black eyeliner. Okay, last thing we're gonna read about the foundation. 1 fluid ounce of product comes in here, 16 shades. So that is not a lot. I do have the palest shade, which is 102 Fair Porcelain. It looks to be okay, so I'm down to try it. It says, experience the first full coverage makeup specifically formulated to protect your skin from harmful environmental aggressors. The Dream Urban Cover Full Coverage Foundation SPF 50 is a lightweight foundation that has broad spectrum SPF 50 and is enriched with antioxidants to protect against pollution. Dermatologist tested, UVA and UVB protection. That's about it for this one. So I'm not impressed with the shade range. 16 shades is disappointing, especially for a lot of the brands nowadays, including drugstore brands coming out with like 30, 40 shades. 16 is kind of disappointing. Come on, Maybelline, get it together. So let's get into actually putting this stuff on my face. I am going to prep my skin with a little bit of primer, using one that I love. I never wear foundation without primer, so I'm not going to test it without primer. I just don't do that. That's not me. It doesn't say what finish this is. I just realized that. It doesn't say what finish this foundation has. I'm going to assume it's a natural finish because of the SPF in it, but we will see. And apparently today it will be matte because of the setting spray. So just gonna prep my skin real quick. This is a primer that doesn't do a whole lot of crazy stuff. It just kind of smooths out the skin. It doesn't do anything crazy as far as pore filling goes. It just kind of smooths everything out, gives me a little extra hydration because I am dry, and because we are using a matte setting spray, I don't want to look dried out and gross. So I'm gonna let that sit in my skin for a minute. I'm going to go wet my beauty blender because we are going to use a brush on one side and a beauty blender on the other side to see how this supposedly full coverage foundation applies with both of those utensils. So I will be right back. You guys in a good bit so we can see how the foundation actually applies on the skin. Got a squeezy tube applicator. I'm just gonna squeeze some onto the back of my hand. Kind of like an in-between formula. It's not thick, but it's not super thin and runny. I'm just gonna dab some. It is very thin. I take that back what I said earlier. It's very thin. We're gonna start with that. We're gonna start with that. I don't really smell anything. I don't smell a fragrance or anything like that. Time to test this out though, because I'm like super broken out. You can smell the sunscreen. You can't really smell anything else. I don't think there's fragrance in this, but you can definitely smell the sunscreen in it. So right off the bat, I'm seeing low medium coverage. I am not seeing full. It looks really pretty though. It looks very, very smooth. The color, I think the color is a bit pink. I'm thinking I need to move my light. I think the color is a bit pink, but that's not bad because usually foundations pull yellow or orange on me. So that's okay. This coverage right off the bat though, if I just wanted something super light to put on, I could totally slap this on and just go with that because that's really pretty. It just kind of took out the redness mostly. It did absolutely nothing on my forehead. We need to put more on the forehead. I'm gonna get really close here. You can see my breakouts clearly. It took out the redness. My freckles are still very visible. Forehead breakouts still very visible, but that's what it looks like with no makeup versus with makeup. I should have done the brush over here because this is my more broken out side, but that's okay. So let's go in. I've just got my plain Original Beauty blender. We're gonna try it on this side. I don't know what kind of coverage we'll get. Maybe it'll be the same, maybe it won't. Who knows? It also blended out effortlessly. Like it took nothing to blend it out. Now we're into the more sheer coverage, not getting nearly as good coverage on the sponge side as I did on the brush side. Not bad though. Like it's more like it's kind of going on like a tinted moisturizer type of thing with the sponge side. Because it's not really covering anything. Like, I mean, everything is still very visible. This is what we've got. One layer of the foundation on both sides, way less coverage on the sponge side. I feel like this side overall blended out better. I think it looks smoother on this side. I feel like this side, it's just not doing it for me. It's not doing anything. So I'm going to put more on because I want to see how this builds. I don't know if we're gonna get it up to full coverage. Maybe we will, maybe it'll be perfect and beautiful and amazing, but I don't see that happening. Seems to be building okay. We're at kind of like a mid, high, medium coverage, I think. I love the finish though. The finish is so pretty. I just love how it's sitting on my skin here. Not clinging to my breakouts, which I like. We'll see if that changes. Not clinging to them though, which is good. Using a good bit of product though. So you will, if you like the more medium or full coverage foundations, you will go through this quickly. Now, I feel like the question of the day will be, is this comparable to the IT Cosmetics CC cream or tinted moisturizer, because that also has an SPF of 50. I personally like how it's sitting on my face better. I've tried the CC cream and the Bye Bye foundation. I'm not a fan of either of those, but I think this is sitting on the skin better. I think it overall looks prettier on my skin. And it is so much lighter weight. I feel like it's sitting like nothing on my skin. I don't feel it at all. Now, it's not blending great on my nose with the brush, so I'm probably gonna go over my nose with the sponge, but I typically do. I'm getting some clinging right here, but I think that's just because of the brush trying to blend it out weird. It's sitting weird on my forehead. It's not setting nearly as pretty on my forehead as it is on my cheeks. In between my eyebrows, we're not looking too cute. The nose, we're not looking too cute. I'm gonna take a little bit on the sponge just to try and smooth it out. definitely medium coverage. This is not full coverage at all. So that's not it. But really pretty on the skin. It looks super natural on the skin too, which I really like. I'm going to do concealer. I definitely feel like I need to powder this for putting a whole bunch of other makeup on top, which I will be doing. Definitely feel like I need to powder it. It is tacky. I might leave my forehead alone, we'll see. I'm going to set the rest of my face with my powder after I do my concealer. My concealer is the only concealer I currently own, and that is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. So here's my thoughts on a product with SPF 50 in it. Here's my thoughts, because we're gonna talk about it, especially a foundation with SPF 50. Here's the thing. With SPF, with any sunscreen of any sort, it needs to be reapplied every 1.5 to 2 hours in order for it to actually do anything. Otherwise, it fades out and it stops working. So if you have a foundation, especially if it's a full coverage or really any coverage of any sort, you would need to reapply your foundation every 1.5 to 2 hours because of the SPF in it. And that's why when I go out, if I'm going to be outside, I don't wear makeup because I know I have to reapply my sunscreen. So foundations that have high SPF, people, it's all the rage during the summer, especially for people, but they don't realize they have to reapply it. It's not gonna stay. The SPF fades. I'm not gonna reapply this every 1.5 to 2 hours to keep the SPF. So the SPF aspect of this foundation, I don't care about, because I know by the time I get to work, the SPF will have faded out of the existence, and then it's not gonna matter anymore, and it'll just be foundation. Those of you who have watched my channel a little bit, and if you saw my last eyebrow pencil review, we already know I'm terrible at my eyebrows. I acknowledge that. I will not ever claim to be good at eyebrows. I'm not. I'm really quite bad at eyebrows. I don't know what it is. I can't get good with it when it comes to eyebrows. I just can't. So here we are. Here's the brow pencil, super tiny, super cute. So we have medium brown, okay? Comes with a spoolie on the other end, which I'm excited about because I have gallons of foundation in my eyebrows as of this moment. So I'm just gonna run the spoolie through my brows. Going on really smooth so far. I mean, it feels great. It's a great applicator. It's very smooth and buttery, very easy to apply. This is quite possibly the best my brow has looked in a hot while, so there's that for you. Can I do it again? That's the question. The answer is likely no. It is a cool tone medium brown, so there's no warmth to this one. So if you have warmer toned brown hair, you're gonna wanna go to one of the other shades. I'm gonna put a little bit of Gimme Brow into my brows just to warm them up a little bit. Benefit Gimme Brow in 3.5 is a great color for redheads. Okay, so from this point, I am going to go work on the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna do the base makeup, some eyeshadow, and then I will come back when it is time to do the liner, and then we will do the setting spray, which I'm all very excited about. So far, everything's looking really good. Hey everyone, okay, so it is an entirely different day. Excuse me for looking absolutely ridiculous, but I just need to make a comment about the liquid eyeliner real quick because something wild just happened. I was putting on my lash primer, and so when I do that, that's why these eyelashes are white. So when I do that, I roll the mascara wand all the way down to my lash line so I can get all of my lashes coated in the primer. And when I did that, the bristles of the mascara wand hooked onto the liner and it peeled off. A temporary tattoo, you know, when those start to peel up, it did that. And I was so astonished because the liner is completely dry at this point, so there's no reason it should have like smeared or anything, but it literally peeled it off. And I've never had that happen before. Like, I've literally never had that happen with a liner before. So I guess one thing to note about the Tattoo Studio liner is you need to be careful about latching onto it with your mascara wand if you do your mascara after like normal people do, because it will peel it off. What the heck? I just needed to let y'all know that. To be honest with you guys, if it's gonna do that when I apply mascara, I don't know how it didn't do that yesterday. I guess I just didn't get close down to the root. If it didn't do that, this would have been an exceptional liner. But it's peeling off if something else touches it. So that changes my opinion on this a whole lot. I guess if you don't wear a lot of mascara, or if you just have like lash extensions or something, this would be fine. Not for you guys, this peels off. Not a fan of that. Okay, back to the video. So here we are, everybody. This is what we are looking like in natural lighting. We're looking pretty good. Got that creasing right here. No creasing around my nose area yet, except for in there. This is what my forehead's looking like. Not great, but you know, better than others. Eyeliner's looking good. My eyes are watery today, so it'll be interesting to see how the eyeliner holds up. If it ends up down here, which it usually does, it usually ends up down here and down here. So we'll see how that does. My eyeliner's not the greatest, but it's okay. Definitely matte. We are very matte today, which is kind of a bummer. I don't like being matte, but that's okay. And the eyebrows, besides being the wrong color, they're looking pretty good. I'm about to go to work. I don't really know when I'll be able to check in because I will be at work, but I will take notes when things start to happen around what time. It is currently 10:30. I've had the foundation on for about 20 minutes, so about 10. Try to wear it as long as I can, and we will see how we do. So I'll see you guys whenever I get a chance to do a check-in. Okay, everybody, so I am back. I didn't get to do as many check-ins as I want, and by as many, I mean like none. But it has been hours since I applied all of my makeup. This is where we're at with my makeup. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. Okay, so this is where we are at with the makeup. The worst of it is on my chin. So it is separated a good bit here on my chin, creased a good bit here. Really up until I had dinner, it was doing pretty good. It was just kind of shiny. Creasing here in my smile lines, but not nearly as bad by this amount of time wearing the foundation. Nose, forehead is kind of shiny, but I think it looks better than it did when I first applied it. Liner's still doing good. Nose is kind of rubbed off a little bit. The only part of the liner that's come off is this very corner where my eyes were watering really bad. So overall, I think if I hadn't messed with my face, which I'm sure I did after having eaten dinner and that kind of stuff, I feel like this foundation would still be in great shape, because the biggest problem was that it was starting to get a little bit of shiny. What, a little bit of shiny? I'm gonna get a little bit of shine in my T-zone, but I like dewy foundation and it didn't look oily, it just looked kind of dewy. My cheeks are in great condition. Overall, I think this foundation lasted beautifully. But overall, I really liked both of them. I think the setting spray did an exceptional job for prolonging the wear of the foundation. I think the foundation looked beautiful. I don't think I'm going to use it again as a medium to full coverage foundation. I think I'm going to use it as like a sheer light coverage foundation because I think it did beautifully as that. The setting spray I will definitely continue to use. I think this one I'm going to probably pair it with a foundation that is overly shiny and that doesn't last very well, and this will kind of counteract that, I think. That's about everything. I'm so excited about these products. I can't wait to keep playing with them and keep trying them. I'm very happy with everything. I think everything turned out great. Very grateful to INFLUENSTER for sending this to me, and I'm so glad I got to try it. That's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys liked this video and you look forward to more reviews from me, because I do hope to be able to do more in the future, make sure you like it. Make sure you also subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can be notified whenever I do post new videos. I post new videos every single week at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays. So make sure you're looking out for my videos. If the notifications aren't working for some reason, My social media will be in the description below, as always, along with these products and Influenster in case you want to try out that app. I will see you guys in next week's video. See you later.